Hello everybody and welcome to the first ever game in Baltimore State Stallions history. My name is Kaz Cray and the Stallions will be taking on the Maryland Terrapins at Capital One Field in College Park, Maryland for their inaugural game in their inaugural season. Obviously this is going to be a tough matchup for the Stallions. They're a very inexperienced team going up against Maryland. I mean, the Terrapins aren't what they once were, but obviously they're a much more experienced team. They have a lot of weapons on this team, including Ty Johnson and DJ Moore. And I don't know how this is going to go, honestly, but these Baltimore State players are definitely ready for this game. They've been waiting all summer to finally be able to play some ball that really matters. And they started off against their, I guess, new in-state rivals, the Maryland Terrapins. Now, Maryland, like I said, aren't going to be any slouches. There's no guarantee what's going to happen in this game. Baltimore State definitely has a lot of talent, a lot of young talent, many freshmen on this team. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Kickoff from Byrd Stadium is coming up. Here we go from Byrd Stadium. Aaron Manley to kick it off, and the Baltimore State Stallions' inaugural season has begun. Taj Capart's going to take the kickoff left side. He's going to get about to 35, breaks a tackle before he gets there. And Maryland's going to start it off. Ty Johnson and DJ Moore, the main weapons on this team. And junior Caleb Henderson's going to be taking the snaps for Maryland. He's in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it over the middle. There's Johnson, Ty Johnson with the first down. Gets to the 50, and there's a face mask to start the game off by Lawrence Albert, the free safety for Baltimore State. That was just blatant. Not a good way to start the game off for the Stallions, as Maryland will get the ball at the Baltimore State 35-yard line. So we'll check out this defense for Baltimore State. They have 7 freshmen starting on this team, including all 3 linebackers, led by Isaiah Kegler. But here we go. Henderson going to throw it. He's going to find Lorenzo Harrison, the third. He'll get about 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Terrapins. Oh, Foster might have jumped off sides right there. Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it. Finds DJ Moore for a first down across the 15-yard line. There's 2nd and 7 for Maryland. Henderson back to pass. They're going to throw it, and it's dropped. Turner couldn't hang on to that one, so it's going to be 3rd and 7 for Maryland. Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it at the flat to Johnson. Johnson's going to fight his way for the first down. 8-yard reception right there, and then it'll be 1st and goal for the Terrapins. Johnson's going to get the run, and he's stuffed. Loss of 1 for the Terrapins. This is going to be 2nd and goal. Henderson going to hand it off to Johnson again. Johnson going to get the 1-yard line, but he looks hurt. Russell Sains on the tackle. And that could be a huge blow if Johnson can't come back to this game. So Henderson back to pass. And he's going to find Tavon Jacobs for the touchdown. So on the first defensive drive for Baltimore State, the Stallions give up a touchdown. So here's the kickoff by Maryland. They're up 7-0 to start this game off. And here's Jacob Spain, the speedster for the Stallions. But he can't go anywhere. Returns the kick out of the end zone. Can't even get to the 15, let alone the 20. So let's check out this Baltimore State offense led by Lewis Gibson, the junior. Jordan Burrell, of course, the running back to the backfield. Had a very good spring practice. Very good in 2 days as well. So here's Gibson back to pass. Gibson's going to find Aldrin Johnson. Johnson gets the first down. So first offensive play and the first down for the Stallions. So 1st and 10. Henderson going to hand it off to Burrell. Burrell's soaring pretty quickly, but gets a 4-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Stallions. Gibson's back to pass. He's going to throw it right, and there's Jadarius Duncan. And he's going to get the first down. Gibson going to take the hand off the Burrell. He's going to throw right side. There's Shelton Bentley. Bentley has room to run. He might have the touchdown, and he does. Touchdown, Baltimore State. Their first ever touchdown goes to Shelton Bentley, the tight end. What a wonderful throw right there, and a great route run by Bentley. He's one of the stars on this offense. Very underrated, a very good run blocker as well as receiver, and he gets in there for the first ever touchdown for Baltimore State. So Maryland has the ball now. Henderson's going to throw it, and he's picked off by Nordley Ford. Ford right there to cut off the out route. And a very poor decision by Caleb Henderson. Ford able to read that perfectly And that gives Baltimore State great field position to start that second drive. Gibson going to fake it to Burrell. He's going to throw it right side to Bentley. Bentley has the first down going out of bounds. This is 1st and 10. They're in the red zone. They're going to give it to Burrell. Burrell is going to push forward for 3 yards. So 2nd and 3 for the Stallions. And off Burrell again. He has an open hole. Able to get another 70-yard run to put him within striking distance yet again. So 1st and goal for the Stallions. Here's the pitch. There's Burrell again. He has to cut it inside, and he gets in the end zone for the 2nd touchdown for Baltimore State. And the Stallions take a very surprising lead. Just cut it inside. Very nice cut by Burrell. Only a sophomore, so he'll have 3 seasons with the Stallions. And don't look now, but Baltimore State has a 14-7 lead as Henderson able to find DJ Moore for a 12-yard gain on the screen. Dick Johnson going to get the carry. He goes absolutely nowhere, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for Maryland. Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it. And it's caught. DJ Moore breaks the tackle, and he might be gone, but no, he's slowed down. Brought down at about the 25, 24-yard line. It's a 1st down for Maryland. Henderson going to hand it off to Johnson. Johnson not able to get much on the run. And he is hurt again.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Ty Johnson got hurt on the first drive of the game. Came back in and gets hurt again. So Henderson's going to throw left side, and there's Shaquille Bay for the 1st down at the 3-yard line. Now Maryland in striking distance with it again. So we're going to get 1st and goal. It's a handoff to Harrison, and Harrison's going to get the touchdown. Lorenzo Harrison the 3rd, the backup running back. And now Maryland will tie it up after giving up the early lead to Baltimore State. So now 3rd drive for the Stallions. Gibson in the shotgun back to pass, and he is brought down. I think that's his 1st sack of his career by Kingsley Opara in the middle. Just very bad blocking right there by Mitchell Baldridge. So Gibson back to pass. He's going to roll out left, and he's sacked again. He's at the 1-yard line after Jesse Nebo brings him down. So Baltimore State will punt it off to Maryland. Maryland with the ball at the 49. They're going to gift it Johnson, who entered the game for a 3rd time. He's brought down for a 4-yard gain. Off the 2nd quarter in Baltimore State territory. He's going to throw it right side to Vay, but Vay has nowhere to go. Brought down. That was Donald Penn with the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Maryland. Henderson finds Johnson left side, but Isaiah Kegler brings Johnson down after a screen, 3-yard loss, and Maryland will punt it. So Gibson back to pass. He's going to roll out right. There's plenty of space to run if he wants to, but he throws it, and caught by Jimmy Blackman for a big gain. 1st down. Gibson back to pass again, throws it deep, and couldn't get Jadarius Duncan. Could have been a touchdown, but just an off throw. Miscommunication as well. Burrell's going to run the left side, and he goes nowhere. Loss of 2 yards right there. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Gibson back to pass, and he's sacked once again. This time Walker on the sack, and Baltimore State will have to punt it. It's going to go right side. Maryland just lets it bounce, and almost at the 1-yard line, but bounces back for a touchback. Still a great punt by Aaron Manley. Henderson back to pass as Maryland starts with the ball. They're going to throw it right side, and nearly picked off by Patrick Suttle, but nickelback. So 3rd and 6 for Maryland now. Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it left side as a man. And there's Jaquil Day with the 1st down. Got the foot down, and it's going to be 1st down for Maryland. Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it to the middle. There's Tavon Jacobs again. Another 1st down for Maryland on the slant pattern. Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it left side. Another great catch. That's Jacobs again with the catch. Another 1st down for Maryland. So Henderson going to hand it off to Johnson. And there's Kegler again. Isaiah Kegler, the middle linebacker. No gain. And I think Johnson's hurt yet again. It might be time for Coach Durkin to just pack it in for Johnson, because Johnson's been hurt 3 different times in this game, as Henderson's going to find DJ Moore for another good pass and another 1st down for Maryland. So it's going to be 2nd and 6. They're in the red zone now. Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it and throwing it way over the head of his intended receiver right there. So it'll be 36. Henderson back to pass again. He's going to throw it right side. And wow, Davenport just drops it. It would have certainly been a touchdown right there had he brought it in. So Maryland will have to settle for a field goal after Davenport drops a sure touchdown. So now Baltimore State ball. There's Javier Harewood with his first career catch. First down for Baltimore State. Gibson going to fake the handoff. Goes right side. He finds Duncan again. Duncan able to get a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 for Baltimore State now. Gibson gonna. Looks like a fake handoff. I think he botched the play. There was just miscommunication right there. Gibson able to get the first down regardless. Gibson gonna hand it off to Burrell. Burrell cuts inside for 4 yards. So we'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Stallions. Gibson in the shotgun yet again. Back to pass. He's going to throw it, and there's Jimmy Blackman again with another first down for the Stallions. 1st and 10. Another botched play, but this time Gibson gets a bigger gain. 19 yards right there, and another first down after another botched play for Baltimore State. There's the fake, and Gibson goes nowhere on the option. Loss of 4 yards. Kayvon Walker with the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 16 for the Stallions. He's going to fake it to Burrell. Gibson going to throw it, and Harewood can come down with it. Very good defense by Maryland in order to stop that pass. And it's the first ever field goal for Phil Hayden, and he gets it. So 17 all with 29 seconds to go in the first half. So Henderson's going to hand it off to Johnson. Johnson's going to get a big gain right here. He might go, but no, he stopped. 21 yards, and Maryland's going to use a timeout, so maybe they'll start a drive right here. Henderson back to pass. He rolls out, and he's sacked. I believe that was Lakeem Foster, the junior, with his first career sack. But Maryland going to start running off the clock. Baltimore State used a timeout in the previous play and used one right here as well. So 3rd and 16, another handoff to Johnson. Johnson goes nowhere. And it looks like Baltimore State's going to call another timeout. They're going to make Maryland punt it to Jacob Spain, their speedster running back and kick returner. So here's the punt. And there's Spain to return it. He goes left side. Spain's going to go around. There's a clip right there, but Spain's still going to take it. Spain's going to still run this punt return, even though there was a clear clip right there. There's another one, it looked like. And Spain's going to get in the end zone, but it's not going to count after a very blatant clip by Lawrence Albert.
Clipping. Receiving team.
Oh, tough break for Baltimore State as they go into the half, being teased a possible 7-point lead against Maryland. Instead, they go into halftime 17 all. So Maryland's going to kick it off to start the second half. Here's Spain. Spain going to take it out of the end zone again. He's going to go left side, and he has a hole. There's Jacob Spain. There's the speed. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. So Spain able to get a measure of redemption after having his punt return for a touchdown wiped out by a clip and call. Takes it left side, no penalties right here. And Baltimore State up 24-7 in the second half. Who would have thought it? Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it left side. Johnson, a lot of missed tackles on this Baltimore State defense before Cole Wynn finally brings him down after a huge gain. And Terrapins yet again in Baltimore State territory. This defense just is not playing very well. Missing a lot of tackles, blowing a lot of coverages. But Henderson brought down for another sack right there. It's going to be Kevin Hodges from the interior on the sack. So 2nd and 18 for Maryland at the 46-yard line of Baltimore State. Henderson's going to throw it, and it's dropped yet again. A lot of drops happening in this game for Maryland. And it's going to be 3rd and 18 now. He'll throw it right side, and they drops it now.
Number 84, the intended
Maryland just not being helped out by all these drops. Gibson back to passes. Baltimore State starts with the ball. He's going to go left side. Avoids a sack. He's going to get a first down and slides. There's the mobility of Lewis Gibson yet again. First and 10 for Baltimore State. Burrell going to get the carry up the middle. They'll get about 8 yards.
That's a gain of 9 on the play.
Second down for Baltimore State. Almost past midfield. Gibson going to hand it off to Burrell. Burrell goes right side. And he's going to get it back to the 49, almost the 50 for a 10-yard gain and a first down for Baltimore State. So second and 10, Gibson in the shotgun, going to fake the handoff again. Gibson, he could either throw it or run it. He's going to run it this time, and he had some space, 18 yards right there. Another first down for Baltimore State. Another shotgun play for Gibson. Gibson's going to fake it, and terrible read right there. And Gibson is shaken up. He's in a lot of pain right now. So we'll see if he can come back in later. But here's Franklin Jones, the backup quarterback, a freshman, going to throw right side, and Jimmy Blackman can't hold on to it. Critical drop right there. And it's going to be 4th and 9. Doesn't look like Baltimore State's going to try a field goal right here. Phil Hayden very limited in his range. Jones calling an audible, back to pass, 4th and 9. He's going to roll out left. But Jones just not fast enough to get away from this Maryland defense, and he's sacked. That's a turnover on downs. So Maryland with the ball now. And Johnson's going to run it right side, breaks the tackle. And he's pushed out at about the 46-yard line. So first down for Maryland as they're across the midfield. Here we go, another shotgun play for Henderson. Henderson's going to hand it off to Johnson. Johnson breaks another tackle. And he has a first down right there, 11 yards. Baltimore State really struggling against the run in this game. So first and 10, Henderson back to pass, and he's brought down again. Looked like Isaiah Kegler on the sack. Yep, that's Kegler. A lot of Baltimore State bodies on that play. Here's second and 18. Henderson throws, and there's Jacobs, and Jacobs is going to get a first down. 22-yard reception. And Maryland across the red zone. Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it right side. There's Hayward. Hayward able to get through for another first down. Very sloppy tackling by Baltimore State right now. So Baltimore State within the 10 right now. Henderson back to pass. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another drop for Maryland. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Henderson back to pass. Another drop for them. I don't know if the whole Maryland receiving corps just ate popcorn before this game, but they're dropping a lot of passes. A field goal for Maryland makes it 24-20. As Jones still in the game, hands it off to Burrell. 5-yard run. Gibson's going to the locker room, so he probably will not return to this game. Jones back to pass. He's going to throw it. There's Javier Harewood. Gets to the 50-yard line. A great throw by Jones under duress. Very good play for a freshman to make. That's going to be a first down for Baltimore State, obviously. So here's the fake to Burrell. Jones hit as he throws off the play action. It's going to be incomplete. So 3rd and 8 for the Stallions. As Jones back to pass again. He's going to throw it to Blackman. And Blackman backsteps 2 Maryland defenders, and he's gone. Touchdown, Baltimore State. Oh my goodness. Jimmy Blackman with a huge back juke. Shook 2 Maryland defenders, and Baltimore State's up 31-20 over Maryland. As we enter the 4th quarter, Henderson going to hand it off to Johnson. Johnson's going to go up the middle. Almost a first down. It's going to be 2nd and inches. Henderson breaks the tackle on the option. And then Johnson breaks another tackle. He might be gone. Finally stopped at the 40 or 39-yard line of Baltimore State. A huge run by him off the option. So first down for Maryland. He's going to hand off to Johnson. Another missed tackle by this Baltimore defense. 9-yard run by Johnson. Hand off to Johnson again. Johnson left side. He finds some room, gets another 9-yard gain. Baltimore State really has to tighten up on defense. Maryland definitely is capable of coming back into this game. As they're going to give it to Johnson again. Johnson left side, another slew of missed tackles. And a touchdown by Ty Johnson at 21 yards. Very poor tackling on this drive in particular. And Maryland will go for 2 to make it a 3-point game. Anderson in the shotgun, back to pass, and there's Mike Vitito, the backup defensive tackle, subbing in for Kevin Hodges on the play. And Maryland is denied 2 points, so a 31-26 game for Baltimore State. Jones calling a few audibles, and he has to get this play off quickly. He does. Hand off to Burrell. Burrell has some space. If he can get off that one guy, he could not. It's a 9-yard run for Jordan Burrell. 2nd and 1. Jones going to hand off to Burrell again. It's going to be a 4-yard run and a first down for Baltimore State. So he's going to fake it to Jacob Spain, who checks in. Right side, there's Aldrin Johnson again. Gets to about the Baltimore State 49. Another first down for the Stallions. Pitch left, and Jordan Burrell goes the wrong way and loss of 5 yards. Deion Jones with the tackle, runs him down. I don't know what Burrell was doing right there, but definitely was not helping the team out. So 2nd and 15 for Baltimore State. They're going to give it to Jacob Spain. Spain going to run up right up the middle. He could have broke that one. But instead he gets a 19-yard gain and a fresh set of downs for Baltimore State. So they avoid disaster. They're going to hand off to Burrell again. This time Burrell going the right direction. He's able to get a first down, spins for more yards, a 13-yard gain right there, and another Stallions first down as they continue to milk the clock. And there's a flea flicker. Jones is sacked immediately. Melvin Kane on the sack right there, and that's very poor play calling right there. Not much point in running a flea flicker this close to the end zone. But here's 2nd and 16 for Baltimore State. Jones going to hand it off. There's Jacob Spain again. Spain going to go right side. Spain might have a touchdown. He breaks the tackle, and he does. Touchdown, Baltimore State. And they're once again up by 2 possessions over Maryland. Very good run by Spain. Bounces it outside. Able to dodge one guy. Sheds another tackle and brings it right into the end zone. So 38-26, Baltimore State leads it. As Johnson's going to get another carry. Only gets 1 yard, so a good stop by Baltimore State after last drive where they gave up a lot of rushing yards. So Anderson back to pass. Throws it left side, and there's Turner again. Turner breaks a few tackles, but he's just shy of a first down, so it's going to be 4th and 1. Maryland will go for it. And oh my, Isaiah Kegler, I don't know what he was trying to do, but he gets called for encroachment right there. And Maryland obviously going to accept that and get an easy first down on that 4th down. So this may come back to haunt Baltimore State as his first down for Maryland. And he goes right side and it's incomplete. I don't think Turner got his foot in, but they're going to review it. The booth is going to review this play. And we'll take a look. And I don't know if Turner got that foot in. It looked like he might have got it in last second. We'll see what the ref says. And he says it's reversed. So it's going to be a first down for Maryland. Maryland catches a lucky break right there. Henderson back to pass. Going to go right side. There's Vay again. Vay going to break a tackle, and a lot of missed tackles by this Baltimore State defense. Very poor tackling leads to another first down, and Maryland is in Baltimore State territory again. He goes left side, and it's dropped yet again. DJ Moore with a huge drop right there. Nobody was there to cover him. And we're going to take a look at the drops. Maryland currently has 9 total drops. So they're really making Henderson's numbers look really bad right now. Johnson on the run to the right side. Able to fight forward for about 9 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 1. Maryland really needs to have a sense of urgency right here. They need to get in the end zone as soon as possible. They can't have those drops happening. He's going to throw it, and it's dropped yet again. I believe that was Jacobs on the drop. Tavon Jacobs has been very clutch this game, but not right there. Taquan Clay bailed out by the drop, and it's going to be 4th and 1 for Maryland. They're going to give it to Harrison. Harrison's going to get the first down right there. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Anderson back to pass. He's got time. He throws in Davenport fighting his way. And there's Jarvis Davenport. Makes up for the earlier drop today. gets the touchdown. Maryland going to be down 5 as the onside kick it. Here we go. They have all 3 timeouts. And Duncan picks it up. He's going to run right side and he's tackled. So Baltimore State ball as they try to run the clock out. Here's Burrell. Going to push forward for 10 yards and he gets the first down. Maryland has to burn a timeout. Maryland not in very good shape against this Baltimore State team that's playing their first game ever. As Burrell gets another 8 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Maryland has no timeouts. Burrell right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 1. Maryland uses their last timeout. And it's going to be 3rd and 1. Can Burrell get the first down? Nice game. And he does. He gets pushed out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. Baltimore State will go on to win their first ever game against Maryland. They upset their in-state rivals 38-33. What a game. Baltimore State walks into Byrd Stadium in their first ever football game and knock off the Maryland Terrapins. Honestly, a great game offensively. Defensively, they missed a lot of tackles and are honestly very lucky to have won this game. Maryland dropped a lot of passes. Honestly, if they would have caught a lot of the passes that they dropped, this outcome probably would have been much different. Jacob Spain, of course, was the player of the game. He gets his punt return taken away at the end of the first half, opens the second half with a kick return touchdown to redeem what happened in the previous play. And then, of course, had the game-winning, or the game-clinching, rather, touchdown that ended up putting Baltimore State ahead for good. And honestly, offensively, you can't ask for much more. It sucks that Lewis Gibson was injured, but doesn't appear to be a very serious injury. He won't be out any amount of time, to be honest with you. He'll probably be back out next week against Cal. What a great game for this offense. Defense really needs a lot of improvement, but offensively, they played a solid game. There are the stats right there. Gibson played pretty well before he got hurt, and then Jones came in and really did a good job of cleanup duty. Just kind of managed the game as best as he could, threw a touchdown. Jordan Burrell, a very good game from him, 109 yards and 25 carries. Hopefully we'll be able to get Jacob Spain the ball a little bit more as the season goes along. He did have that big 27-yard touchdown run to put the game away. But Maryland has to be disappointed. They did not play their best football game on either side of the ball, especially defensively. They did have a good amount of sacks. They did make some plays, but in the end, they didn't make enough plays to stop this Baltimore State offense. Now, defensively for Baltimore State, once again, the big issue was tackling. First drive of the game, Baltimore State they were just really undisciplined. Obviously, the face mask to open up the game, gave up a lot of yards on that drive, and then they gave a touchdown. But then Nordley Ford, of course, was able to get that interception in the first play of the second drive to put Baltimore State up ahead. And honestly, Maryland was just not able to overcome this onside that Baltimore State brought to them. Baltimore State just brought it today. Offensively, defensively, they made plays, but could have done a little bit more to stop the Maryland offense. As you're going to see, Caleb Henderson had a pretty decent game. His stats are really misleading. If he didn't have as many drops by his receivers, he probably would have had a higher completion percentage. And you're going to look at Ty Johnson, 142 yards and 1 touchdown. I mean, next year when we play Maryland, we're going to have to make sure that we shut him down, because he was pretty much the entire offense for this Maryland team. Although Jaquil Vay had a pretty good game, Tavon Jacobs had a good game as well. But all these drops really just take away from the yards that they had. Ty Johnson really the only one who didn't have any drops. 4 catches, 52 yards receiving. Solid game for him. And Maryland's O-line, they played all right. I mean, Terrence Davis did give up 2 sacks on the interior, but overall they did what they could. And Jesse Nebenam, senior, has to be very disappointed in how his team played in general, but he personally had a pretty good game for Maryland. Can't say too much negative about him. Overall, Baltimore State just shocked the world. No turnovers from this Baltimore State team, so say anything else you will about them, and it's kind of sloppy game, but they forced the turnover but didn't turn the ball over once themselves. and they were able to control the clock for most of the games. As we look at the players of the game, Isaiah Kegler had a pretty good game on defense as well for Baltimore State. So Baltimore State plays their first game at home in Week 3 as they take on the Cal Golden Bears. The Golden Bears had a very disappointing start to the season, losing to Northwestern 41-17. But they didn't turn around and beat FCS West 38-14. Not that that's a good team, obviously, at all. But it's still a win. They're 1-1 on the season. They play Baltimore State, and then they have to go to Oregon 2 weeks later. But let's look at the top 25 so far. Alabama had Week 2 off. Oklahoma able to handle West Virginia 30-0. And Stanford, Ohio State also won this week. A lot of teams off in Week 2 season. You see Michigan was number 6 last week, and they lose to Notre Dame 30-35. Very disappointing game for the Wolverines. As we look at the rest of the games, the rest of the top 25 seems to have won most of their games. Notre Dame obviously beating Michigan. Nobody dropped out of the top 25, so I guess that's a good thing too. Well guys, thank you for watching this video once again. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and I will see you guys next time. Deuces.
Love to hear me. I've been suffering in silence, and they paid me no mind. I've been stuck inside the shadows for a really long time. It feels like they forgot about me. Well, I'm here to remind you that the world is gonna hear me when it's my time to shine.